Good evening, my beautiful butterfly. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'll keep this pretty short. Well, at least I'll make an attempt. You know how I am. I announce a short voicemail and then manage to blabber on for hours on end. I honestly don't know why I even tried to call at this hour. I know you're usually asleep by now, but I thought there might be a chance you'd still be up. Like when you had that horrible insomnia for weeks on end a while back. I'm not gonna lie, I was so worried about you back then, and even still, I can't help but wonder whether something's keeping you up at night again. I'd hate for you to have to go through your day-to-day life feeling fatigued and, well, lifeless, I guess. I know how hard things have been on you recently, and I know it doesn't just get easier. We get used to the pressure on some level, perhaps, but that doesn't make it any less draining. Of course, life is constantly ebbing and flowing, times of stress alternating with slightly calmer periods, but even so, the calm doesn't necessarily bring along peace. Sometimes it feels more like the calm before the storm, a final grace period to gather your strength before your energy is ripped out from beneath your hands once again by forces beyond your control. The job, family problems, money troubles, everyday chores, simply existing. Everything seems to want a part of you these days, and it's hard to find a moment that's truly yours to enjoy, to recover, recharge, to simply be. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not leaving this voicemail to drag you down even more with my negative thoughts. Quite the opposite, actually. I wanted to check up on you, see whether you're okay. I'm not quite sure why this came up tonight, especially so late, but I somehow wound up feeling like you could use some company, some comforting words, someone who understands how hard it is to be human sometimes. Or maybe it's actually me who's looking for some comfort. After all, you're probably sound asleep right now, and I'm the one worrying about semi-existential questions. Even so, it doesn't hurt to share these thoughts, does it? I know you'd agree, and perhaps they can be of use to you in the morning, or whenever you decide to listen to this message. What I originally intended to tell you, what I felt from the bottom of my heart you needed to hear out of my mouth, is this. I love you. I love you more than you could ever even begin to imagine, and no matter how hard life may become, I will always be there for you. Any day, any hour, whatever state the world may be in, whether everything is falling apart around you, whether the walls are closing in, whether your last light is close to extinguishing and everything starting to become too much, or whether you've found a moment of respite that you want to share with me, I will always be there. Physically, if I can, virtually, if all else fails. You are, without a doubt, the most important person in my life, and I'd do anything to make your life just a little bit easier. If work's too much, I'll try to help where I can. If your chores overwhelm you, I'll take them off your shoulders. And if something's bothering you, I'll listen to you and hold your hand, dry your tears, and hold you so tightly until all the problems of the world seem not so severe anymore. Because you mean the world to me. And no job, no chore, and no one else is important enough to sacrifice your mental health over. So, if you feel like you ever need a friend, a partner, a helper, an open ear, a shoulder to cry on, I'm available. All you need to do is ring, and I'll be there. Promise. Hello there, my sparkles of adventure. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. I'd also like to thank the writer of the script, Froggy Princess, for doing a fantastic job. I was struggling a little bit near the end not to ruin the script with a bit of crying. Honestly, because this script is very, very well done. And I really hope that it helps anybody who might be listening to it to feel a little bit less of a burden. That's just how well done the script is, to be honest. This is another Scriptober script, which I really, really enjoyed doing. And I will be looking probably at more of Froggy Princess's scripts because of how much I enjoyed this one. But I also hope that this specific one brought a smile to a few people's faces and lifts the darkness from their shoulders. So before I start rambling the same way that the character of the script does, I am going to try and leave everyone with a reminder that you're a brilliant light in the world, and you shouldn't hide that light from anyone because it is unique, and only you can share it with the world. With that in mind, I'll see you all next time.